Good morning on this sunny morning. Well, the sun's trying to get through the clouds, not but bright and dry morning, and quite a bright and dry morning for Spurs as well. Sitting second in the table, and a good result overall after being 2-0 down yesterday at Brighton. Let's sort of take a quick look at it. Team selection, 4 changes from last week. We had Richie coming in for Tell. We had Udogie coming in for Spence. You had Bergvall staying. Where are we now? We had Sarr for Bentancur coming in for Sarr, and Odegaard for Simmons. With Moani missing out altogether because of a dead leg taken that he got during the match, during the few minutes that he came on last Tuesday. So we started off, I thought generally overall, sort of summing up, really good performance over 90 minutes. Thought we should have won quite comfortably. The only reason we didn't, two bad mistakes really. You know, Odegaard lost the ball far too easily up the field. Udogie sort of was moving up with him and was called out. There was a big gap ultimately when the ball was flicked on. Mickey was too late getting to Rutter, and the Minter went away. Romero and Udogie, too big a gap between the two of them, and Minter is lively, he's fast. Went round Vicario, took his goal very, very well, and you're sort of looking at it thinking, do you know what? That's bang against a run of play. Thought Spurs came out, did really well. Thought there was some nice moves down the left. Udogie put a ball nicely in for Bergvall, and Van Heck took it off his feet. And in total, when you look at it, that was the first of 32 crosses that went in. And unfortunately, pretty much all of them, bar virtually the last one that Kudus put in, that ended up with the equaliser, came to nothing. We sort of went one down. Spurs came back again, and then that's really, I mean, just a load of errors, wasn't it? Bergvall lost the ball in midfield, won it back, gave away a really poor clearance. Nobody on a Yari, and Polini failed to close him down. And the guys hit a shot. Vicario stepped to his right. I mean, the ball swerved at the last minute. We were right in line behind it, but he should have got more than just a fleeting hand on it. I mean, it was hardly touched it, hardly stopped the trajectory of the ball. And we're 2-0 down. So you've got 3 players with an error there, but Spurs came back, kept going, and pulled one back just before half time. Thought that the pressure was on. It was a nice move. Again, Odegaard did well, making up for losing the ball in the first place for the first goal. Ball came across, and for Kudus' shot or cross or a pass, maybe that was a pass, but either way, Richie's got it and he's turned it in. So we've gone in 2-1 down. Everybody's looking at it thinking, do you know what? Game is winnable. We're only losing because of 2 silly errors, or 4 errors, culminating in a two goal deficit. We're back in the game, and I thought second half Spurs were just excellent. It was pretty much, apart from one shot that Brighton had that swerved wide of Vicario's left hand post, I thought it was all Spurs. The key moment was when he brought Xavi on, and Xavi just dominated that game. He just took control in the 10. This is what everybody had been waiting for and looking forward to seeing, because he is a 10, and just a superb performance. Getting the ball, I mean, we were directly in line behind the shot. I don't know how the keeper got down, made a fantastic save at the foot of by the left-hand post. That was going in. And he just pulled the strings. I thought the team generally were just excellent. We had that half-hour spell. I thought that the football was exhilarating, some of it. It was a shame. There was a lovely move. Kudus took on the fullback and absolutely killed him time after time. I'm not sure how Kadioglu got man of the match from Brighton. He was absolutely murdered there at left back in the second half by Kudus. Thought Udogie had a very, very good game as well. First full game back in this season, and he took the ball by the horns, and he really showed what he could do. I think what also helped Spurs, Believer went off at half time. Class player, I'd love to see him at Spurs. He went off. That did weaken Brighton in midfield, but at the end of the day, you can only beat what's in front of you, and we took full advantage. And so, you know, one after another. I mean, there was a great move, wasn't there, when Kudus went down the right, pulled it across, Bergvall dummied it, and Simmons unfortunately put it wide, which he'll be kicking himself because at least get it on target. And it just kept going. It was, you know, and you could just feel the anticipation behind the goal. Fans were behind the team. Atmosphere was really good. And finally we got it. You know, Kudus down the right, cut inside, put a lovely curling ball in. In fact, Pellegrini got a slight flick on it, and Van Heck behind running back put it into his own goal. And you're looking at it and you're thinking, do you know what, 82 minutes, we got a really, really good chance here. Unfortunately, we didn't keep it going after that. Brighton came back into it, and it played out for a 2-2 draw. But when you look at the stats, I mean, in terms of touches in the opposition's box, we had 44 compared to their 17. In terms of crosses, we had 32 crosses compared to their 8. Successful final passes, in the final third, 143 against their 55, 10 corners to their 2. The shots were fairly even. We had 11 to their 12. We had 3 on target to their 4. But by and large, I just thought, and in terms of passes, they had 307, and we nearly doubled that with 523. So we sort of, apart from little patches particularly during the first half when they scored, and soon after we equalised at 2-2, Brighton weren't in it. What's really encouraging is that, you know, from last year when we had a superb first half at Brighton, went in 2-0 up and then just folded second half and lost 3-2 with Ange with his hands in his pockets doing nothing and didn't want to change things because he didn't think we deserved a point, as he said in the after-match interview. We've got a manager here who's looking, cajoling, planning, strategising the whole game. Kept the boys on their toes. I thought the attitude, the commitment, the character from the team was absolutely superb, and it's just in a completely different vein to last season. So where are we now? We are second in the table after 5 games, 10 points, which, you know, beginning of 5-6 weeks ago, you'd have looked at that and thought, yeah, I'll take that. We could stay second. We could finish as low as 5th after today's results, should Arsenal, Sunderland and Bournemouth all win their home games against, I think it's Arsenal, City, Sunderland, Villa and Bournemouth, Newcastle. So that's all possible for 3 home wins. Even so, if we're sitting 5th with 10 out of 15, we're sort of Liverpool sort of drifting away already. I think that's as good as we could have hoped for. We're looking at it in terms of the team itself. I think Frank's doing a great job. We are missing an 11 badly. I think we noticed that yesterday. Odegaard, I think he's got to give him a run now. He's got to coach him and get him up to speed. He's got to be stronger when he's on the ball. He's got to be more direct. He's got to have more confidence and take players on. You saw that when he got dispossessed in their half, which led to the first Brighton goal. So we have got a problem at the 11 spot, but Frank will do his best to work his way around that. It's early days. He's still working out how to do this, but by and large, I thought Pellegrini again, another very good performance. And other than that, I mean, Vicario had very little to do apart from the mess up for the second goal. Should do better than that. And I waxed lyrically about Vicario as a shot stopper. He let himself down there, but by and large, got in the way of a blockbuster from Rutter that just thudded into his chest. Went at great pace. Back 4 again, fairly solid. Wasn't too much going on there, apart from the 2 goals. Midfield, again, Polina looked good. Bergvall had a shocker of the first half, but an excellent second half. Bentancur was okay. Up front, Richie did better. His holding up was better, but he does go down an awful lot too easily, and he does lose quite a few balls. Odegaard I've just spoken about. Kudus, again, first half, okay, kept hitting their centre-backs with crosses. Second half, much, much better. Created space for himself, took on the fullback, ran him absolutely ragged, and it was his cross that led to the second goal. So when you look at it, it's early days. We're only 5 games into the league season, and Frank, you can see Frank's putting something together that potentially can be very, very special. So for me, in terms of looking at the big picture, really happy with the way it's going. I think all Spurs fans should be. 10 points from the first 5 games. Carry on like this, we're on 76 points. That's Champions League form. So, but it is a long season. We've got to make sure we don't pick up injuries, particularly to key players, particularly long-term injuries, and hopefully we can pick up a few, 2 or 3 very good players just to bolster the squad in areas that we need, like number 11 come January. So, here we go. 5 games in, Sunday morning. Hope you all have a good Sunday. Look forward to seeing you all on the Spurs 5 tomorrow night. Go on, you Spurs.